Look at my condolence orchid. It's become a beard.
It's gotten so large. It's really blossomed in the absence of you winning.
I'm not relevant anymore.
It's
fucking horrible.
You're like back to being homeless again, man.
Look, man, let's just talk about you. Let's talk about you and what you're doing with that old grandpa whose ass I kicked.
It's been excellent. I've just been sitting back and massaging my own legs and eating grapes. It's been wonderful.
Look, I'll have to... Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Come on, your goddamn neighbor once again. No, I'm gonna kill that woman.
Drew, it's not my neighbor. Just be cool. Just be cool, man.
Hey, man.
Be cool,
What are you
dude.
doing here? This is not... How'd you find us?
I didn't tell him you were...
Look, man, this is not cool. I'm not okay.
So look, man, I know that, now that we've dropped the shit, so to speak. We're here, we're hanging out with a special guest on the secret headquarters.
This is bullshit. You think that just because Reilley shows up, I don't even have a fucking frame anymore? This is absurd.
It's a flower, you can move it.
Nice flower. Beautiful orchid.
Beautiful orchid.
Well done, Roca.
Welcome, Mark.
Guy?
Nice to see you.
Partner?
Welcome, partner.
Pleasure. Never thought I'd end up in between you two, but...
That's what many women have said before.
Yeah, well,
That's not true. That's never happened.
That's never happened.
So let's cut the shit. We're behind the curtain. This is the Team Action secret headquarters.
I appreciate
Honestly,
you
this
letting
is-
me in.
Yeah, this is a huge moment.
We've never had someone. We've never let them know the secret location.
No, we haven't, and we honestly we had black and brown bag him on the way over here. He has no idea where he is.
Well, thankfully GPS on a phone works, and I've tweeted it.
He did actually tag the location a couple times.
We know Roka's getting ready to waterboard him to find the location. But,
So full disclosure, guys, this is I'm Andrew. That's Ben. This is Mark. That's Nick Cage behind us, and Ben and I have been a huge fan of Mark Reilley for a very, very long time, and he's the original GOAT. He's the original OG. He's also the
you won the very
second
first
champion I beat.
the 2014 belt, right? 2014 title. Do
Yeah, 2014 title.
you remember that? I know you do because we're all exactly the same. What question did you win it on?
I won it on name the siblings name the siblings that appeared in 16 Candles.
No chance for me.
Lost. Done.
close.
No questions.
Joan and John Cusack,
The actors.
the actors. Yeah.
Even then, I would.
The
Even if you said the
siblings that
actor,
appeared. Yeah.
Okay, if you had said it,
I phrased it wrong.
I still
phrased
would've gotten
wrong.
it.
Yeah.
I might have gotten there. I know Cusack's in it, so I maybe
John
I would've-
Cusack.
actually,
Joan,
you might have.
Right?
I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
So what I have to ask you, Mark, is again, everything curtain pulled back. This is just us hanging out. What is it like 4 years later watching the league now, and you see personalities like myself and Ben, and Ben's not the greatest example because Ben's very good at trivia. I'm like pretty good. You know what I mean? But my
Don't sell yourself short there.
But my personality is through the roof. So I got to ask you what it's like to see the league and kind of how it's evolved over the last 4 years.
It's amazing. Like, I'm going to say this first. The two of you to come out of like the new blood, the new league, is some of the best we've seen. It's become something like when I won the belt, that was great. But when you then enter in your Merles, your Rokas, you guys, your Clark Wolves, your Rachel Cushings, your Bibbianis, your Sam Levines, you got a murderer's row happening every day in the Schmoedown. And so here we are, we're 4 years later, and there's a tournament coming up. There's a team tournament, anarchy thing happening. When you're winning this thing, when you win a belt, when you beat a GOAT, when you win a first match in a anarchy tournament, that's something to hang your hat on.
What is it like with the personalities, though? That was something that wasn't such a big deal back in the day. Even though you have a huge personality, but you're you're like a pretty chill dude.
Yeah,
on camera.
I'm just I like my trivia, but the personalities is what I love about the Schmoedown right now.
Right.
You guys are a shining example. I mean, come on, don't sell yourself short. You guys are fucking entertaining. And but then you bring in like Dan Merle, who's a lot like me. He's like kind of straight and narrow. He's gonna beat the shit out of you, and he's going to just do his trivia and walk off. But then you have like Roca was the one that came in and kind of you know, really shook something loose because he came in, he was his heel. We didn't really do that in the first year, the 2014. It was more like kind of entrances were great, you know, having fun doing that. But then when we got to Collider and we open it up and we start doing these entrances and we start introducing these personalities, these huge personalities, that's when shit got real.
Well, because year 1 was in the AfterBuzz Studios, and then
Yeah.
you guys did year 2 there as well, though, right? It was year 3 was Collider, or did you?
Yeah, year 2 was like team tournament, and
Because
then
year 1 was like kind of just like a Howard Stern segment. You guys were just like, who knows trivia better, right?
Right, yeah, it was a Howard Stern segment. It was a fun thing. It really took off. The numbers went up. Everybody was talking about it. It made sense to do the teams.
Right.
And then the teams were great. And then, but yeah, you get to Collider, it becomes its own show. That's when it you get the this wheel that comes in. We changed the game so many times, right?
I've watched a lot of those old matches, and because I'm obsessed.
It feels like a different world.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like everything. I mean, remember all the old categories? You could ask a schmo, and there was, and there was
little lifeline,
and there was the thing which is I think they should bring back because this is one of
The
my
lifeline?
favorites. No, this thing where they would play in the scores and soundtracks. They would play music.
Oh yeah, we've talked about this a lot.
And you had to actually they would play Terminator 1, and it would be like that's T1, not T2.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
or like that's Brad Fidel. Like, you know, that's cool. Like, I thought that was a cool thing, but it's obviously hard to do live.
Yeah, I wish we could bring that back, and I think we're trying to because
Yeah.
I think that would be an interesting thing to put into scores and soundtracks, especially.
So
we all know Riley needs help.
so we're here, guys. To
I will
talk.
avenge myself.
All right, so we have the team tournament, and you talk about this team tournament, and you talk about, you know, you've been with Clark Wolf, who is now the current champion. You've been with me, who is a interesting competitor to be with. And so, what was it like? I already know. I don't care about Ben today. I've heard everything I need to know about Ben for the most part.
All right.
What was it like for you to know that you're going to be paired with the boss?
I mean, that was an interesting one when I heard that it was coming down the pipe.
Because we like each other. Again, this is like behind the camera. Like, you know, I texted Riley the morning of our match. I was like, this is a weird thing
This is
for
gonna be
me.
fun.
I love you so much. Like, it's a weird position to be in.
Yeah.
I was like, you're my favorite competitor I've ever competed against. So, again, I know you like myself. I know you like Ben. So
Yes.
what was it like hearing that?
Well, that was great because it was like, one, I love the dynamic. It was like, here we go. You're pairing me up with one of the action guys. And you can't get better than that after our match, especially the drama there. The story writes itself. And then you add Tom into the mix. It's like, that's just nonsense.
Dags.
But I knew with Ben, I knew he had a certain kind of style to him. He knows his stuff. He likes strategy. I was like, we might do very well in this. And like, I know you're looking at your founding fathers. You got Roca and Merle pairing up.
It's a good team.
And you're like, okay, that's on paper, that's going to win the tournament. And you're like, well, now wait a minute, because we're competitors here. We love to perform. We love to do movie trivia. I look on paper and I'm like, Ben compliments me very well,
Yes.
and vice versa.
Well, I mean, you and I have talked a little bit about this, and Drew and I talked about this after the teams were announced, but it's like, I know from watching your matches that there are certain categories that you're known for famously, and that's like animated, horror, like some categories that you know really well, and those are categories that are classically a little weaker for me.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, like, you don't like horror, and you've studied animated religiously because it's a weaker category. But again, if you're going with someone who has those as strengths, that's an incredible balance.
You want to get those wheels, those slices on the wheel.
Yeah.
You want to like be able to look at the wheel and go, okay, we can handle that. We can handle that. We can handle that. We'll avoid that. We can handle that. That's where I was like, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Like I could actually see us going pretty far in this, and dare I say, winning a belt, because I think we're that good.
So let me ask you this. So, like, because, you know, the point here is we're going to try to recap the match a little bit.
Yeah.
And full disclosure, guys, at the time this is airing, we haven't gotten to watch the match. We remember the match.
I
Drew
still haven't
wasn't
seen it.
there.
I still haven't seen it.
So
Okay.
we're going to kind of walk through that day. Now, at this point, you and I have already won a match. We've already beaten and Haley Fouch and Eric Zipper. That's already happened. But that was a closer match than we thought. Like that.
Oh yeah.
We had to go into round 3. Like, they played pretty well. It was a high-scoring match.
It was a high-scoring match. We got down to that one, the 2-pointer that I donged on because I couldn't pull a million ways, whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
we 1,000, million, 100.
Yeah, I was like literally doing that. I'm like, it's one of those numbers. Is it 100 or is it a million? I can't remember.
So we got out of that one, and
got out.
and we knew that okay, like now, and as well as they played, we didn't expect Fouch and Zipper to have that kind
No,
of a match.
and so this is where I'm going to hop in and cut you off, and that's kind of like not in any offense to them, but it's a bit of a softball match. I mean, that's the way bracket systems work, right? Like, number 1 plays the very last position. Number 2 plays the second to last.
Right.
So you guys, clearly the favorites, were playing a weaker team.
Right.
So now you go into your second match. You got a champion.
The current champ.
The current champion and
champion.
an ex-team champion, and someone who is completely immune to your bullshit.
Yeah, Nost is like
He doesn't
he won't.
fucking care.
it's on for better or for worse. He doesn't care. It
For
means that
for
he doesn't-
better or for worse, Nost and McQueenie are the two people that could not give one fuck about a word that
No.
comes out
I
of
would
your
say
mouth.
I would say Irwin too.
And Irwin, yeah. So,
yeah,
so,
Irwin.
so again,
Irwin looks at us and is like, "You're never gonna work in this town again."
Yeah, you don't want to fight Irwin just in case he takes something personally. He's like, you're on the list.
yeah, you're on the list, bro.
Yeah.
So how did you guys feel about this? How did you guys feel about this team? This is the first sighting of a super team.
Yeah. I mean, with Bibbs, like, look, we go back to our match with Fouch and Zipper. And what I noticed from that match is that, one, the first round we did great.
Yes.
It was like 6-7.
Yeah.
And then you get a 3-point lead, you get a good roll, you're off and running. We had to answer a couple questions on the last round there, but I can take the fact that we know if we get a strength on the wheel,
Yeah.
then there's really no stopping us on that one. If we have a good first round, which right now, historically, we can have good first rounds. If
Yeah,
you
I
pull
mean,
a 6 or a 7.
Honestly, you guys are two of the best players in the game. Like that's just like I'll say it now, and I'm happy to admit it. They are above me. They're a tier above me, and you guys should. You
beat him.
Yeah, I know, but
You beat me.
But look. Every dog has his day. You guys getting
2 days.
You guys scoring below 5 points in round 1
Yeah.
would be a
is
surprise.
out of character. Yes.
It would be out of character, and that's where we got to hang our hat on that.
But that's where this match. So it's a good segue because we get into round 1 here. Which,
Yes.
Which
So-
this was not my finest round 1.
So how many points you get out of round 1?
Now I've counted back on this, and so this is I believe what happened. I want to say that you got either 6 or 7, and I got 4 or 5.
Really?
I didn't have a good round 1.
Why?
In the Bibbs and Nost?
I believe so.
No, you did 6.
You're sure?
Yeah.
This is
Am I mixing it up with the Zipper Fouch? No, because Zipper Fouch I did well.
Yeah, you got 6 there too.
No, I'm pretty certain that in the Bibbs Nost match.
I know I did 7 on both. That's what I know. I remember that.
yeah,
I've scored 7 points one time.
So this is where you and I are on the same page because you told me the 2 days later that you thought you had scored 7, and that would mean that I think I had scored 4, which I think is wrong. I think you scored 6 and I scored 5 in the second match. I think. Now, guys, we haven't gotten to watch it. We're just going off of memory. So whatever it was, you had a good round, 6 or 7, and I did not have a good round, 4 or 5.
No, I'll go memory right here. I'm going to disagree, but we haven't seen the match yet.
Yeah.
I'm
I haven't
pretty
seen
sure that because I had to do a repeat
Yeah.
for one of those
Yep.
to get to that 7.
And the repeat that you did was the Adams Family question
Yep,
that I
Joan
missed.
Cusack, you missed it.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Oh, the
I
wife.
remember that.
So
Or
before-
the Fester's
Yeah,
wife.
Fester's
Yeah.
wife.
So I think this is important because I want to talk about not necessarily the questions in round 1 because
Sure.
we've all played enough trivia to know.
I want to
the
talk
shows-
about how you guys felt after round 1.
I
Oh,
want
no,
to talk
go
about
ahead.
going into the building.
Yeah, exactly.
That's to me where this was because I knew
Because
that
this is
those-
after Zipper and Fouch. These are I'm gonna cut you off here because again, this is my interview, not yours. This is where you answer my questions.
Tell me about this.
Yeah,
how you feel.
Tell me how I feel.
In the middle of Action
I was
Army
not
here.
there, and again, so it's like going into the building. I talked to Ben solely in his last match. Zipper and Fouch are not competitors that deserve to beat you guys. Not that they don't deserve to be in the league. I think they're both great people. I love Haley. I love Eric.
Zip.
Zippity Zoodah. My plant has fallen over. My point though
Damn
is
it,
that
Roka.
when I talked to Ben about this match is that you guys collectively have played over 30 matches together.
Lord.
matches.
And
yeah.
the two of them have played about 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying that going into this, you got fucking 2-time champion. You got the second best shit talker in the league.
Yep. It's true.
It's
true.
And so and you saw it in that match.
Yeah.
They were rattled, they were intimidated, and they were outclassed.
That's where. So that's where like going into this one, right? So
That's exactly. So this is my point. So again, going into the building, current champion, old school, 2-time or excuse me, old school team champion. Yeah. How did you guys feel about a real competition? Or did you feel like it was just another fucking day?
I mean, it was a little bit of both. It was like, one, it's like, when you look at this Anarchy tournament, you're like, I feel like you're playing on borrowed money, right?
Yeah,
you're
right.
Like,
yeah.
You're like, this guy
Nothing to lose.
Yeah, there's really nothing to lose. So you walk in together and you're like, look, we know our shit.
Yeah.
So let's just have fun.
Yeah.
Right? Let's just have fun. I remember looking at Bibbs and Notes being like, this is probably going to be our toughest match right now. Well, at least like right in front of us.
They're good.
Nost is like
very good.
Nost is like a borderline good player. He's like
he's like top.
He has his days.
He's top of the line tier.
He's
2.
a silent assassin.
Yes, he is.
He comes in there and pulls.
If Nost were to
and you're like, what
9 in round 1, you'd be like, wow. But you'd also be like, it's time.
I've seen him get 5s where I've been like, wow, you knew that like Jennifer Lopez was the nurse aide in Jack?
Right.
Of course we did. We did.
So with Bibbs though, you're looking at maybe an 8-point round and then a bonus question. So you got to be careful.
It was Patch Adams.
You're hoping that he doesn't have that game. But yeah, I mean, I think we walked in. We prepared enough where we're like, we know what we want on the wheel.
Okay, so really quickly, so you say that like you're expecting this thing out of your opponent.
Yeah.
Was there like because I know that when you set standards for yourself, you're like they're gonna score this many points, so we have to do this in round 1. I know that conversation probably didn't happen because I know both of you guys pretty well. Mm-hmm. But in your mind, was there a number from you that was like, we need to score at least fucking 14 points or we're fucked?
No, I think the round 1 conversation wasn't the one we had. I think the conversation that we had was, what are the strengths so that we know we have a distinct advantage in round 2, and what's the strategy? And my thing was, I said to Reilley, I was like, look, man, I leaned into the heel in round 1. Like I felt like I did a good job with Zipper and Fouch.
I'm so sorry for him. I'm sorry. I love that shit.
But I was like,
it's so good.
It affected.
But like Bibbiani, I was like, I'm gonna go after this guy.
Go.
So when we walked in the building,
and I was secretly like, go hard.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know he gets rattled.
Hard.
You know he gets rattled.
Look, and this is the stuff about it's part of the game. It's part of the strategy. It's like, go hard on him. You can do that.
So I walked in.
You're the heel.
Because you know if you go after Nost, that's a waste of energy and time.
Nost will do a zinger right back at you, and you'll be just deflated.
Or he'll just ignore you. Whereas like Bibbiani, you know you can get to.
So I didn't even acknowledge Nost, and and I also didn't acknowledge Bibbiani. So the first time. So we walk in the building, we're walking around, people are eating pizza, we're talking, you and I have a quick shot, like we're getting ready, we're backstage, you and I are drinking whiskey or whatever, and finally, after I've ignored Bibbiani for a solid 40 minutes, he walks around
up to you,
and I think he like gives me a nod and goes for the handshake, and I almost wanted to just like not shake his hand and turn around, but I was like, this is like too.
This is too much in character. So you're Z-Day-Looing it.
So I reached out and I shook his hand and I just looked at him. And I smirked, and I just turned around. I didn't say anything. I was like, "That's as much as I'll give him." And so he, and I could tell.
I love that you committed that much.
And his body language from the second that he saw me, and I didn't say hello to him.
Gross. It was like he felt sick.
So they come out, and like they do their whole like Beach Boys dance thing with the beach ball.
Yep.
We sit down.
Lame.
And I'm already drinking whiskey, so I'm like kind of loose.
Yeah.
I knock back a shot.
Yeah.
Bibbiani sits down next to me, and I'm like. I make like one comment that like is one of those ones where you say it in the mic but people are kind of talking.
Yeah.
So it doesn't quite land. And Bibbiani's like, "You want to make another comment that no one listens to, Ben?" And I was like, "This fucking guy." And so then I was like, I'm gonna go for one low blow. That's what I'm gonna do is one low blow to throw him off, and then I'm gonna reel it in. So I said like, because he had done this dance. Christian's like, "Are you guys ready?" And I was like, "Yeah." You might want to give Bibbiani a second to catch his breath.
which is like, hold on, I got
interject because
hold on, my God, my mic just popped off.
You're too excited.
As a shit talker.
Wait, that is pause when you put it on.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause it. Yep.
Now I can't understand how to work my microphone. Here we go. As a shit talker.
As a shit talker, that is one of my favorite moments of your shit talk ever because it's intelligent enough. Because if anyone is dancing on stage, you could say, give them time to catch their breath.
Yeah.
But there's a bit of little bit of...
So I say it, and it's...
Something under there.
I say it, and Christian's like, oh. And the whole audience is like,
when he told me about that, I died. Again, I haven't seen the match. I died laughing on the phone.
Roxy was like, oh.
I was just like, I'm here for trivia.
She like looked and she was like, I'm never gonna have sex with you. So we start the match on that note, and like I just
Did it get to him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course it did.
And I was sure.
I think so.
I was
Yeah.
sure because like what I've learned from watching you is, and I'm a heel, but like what I learned from watching Andrew is that you go and you go and you go, and finally when the audience doesn't laugh and they're quiet and they don't react, you just keep going.
You keep going because that's the moment where, look, if you're affecting the people that have nothing at stake.
They're like, this is uncomfortable. You're like,
Right.
I want to make you uncomfortable.
Right, if the audience feels uncomfortable, imagine who your competitor or what your competitor feels like.
Because all of a sudden they're like, oh, I'm justified in being angry. I'm angry.
Yeah,
You know,
all the things. So if your audience feels offended, you have destroyed your competitor.
There was a question in round 1 where they asked about what rapper played a crippled drug dealer in Training Day.
Snoop Dogg.
That was the one I missed.
Yeah, and I got Snoop Dogg. So you know, because we did it on our show. It's our fucking entrance music. And Bibbiani guessed like Coolio, I think.
Yeah.
And I
you
went in on
ripped
him.
him apart.
And I missed the next question that he got right.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
But it was like, ignore that. Just what did you do wrong? That's all that matters.
Yeah. That. Look, I mean,
What is that like for you?
Here's-
You've never played with someone like that.
no, and that's the beauty of the Anarchy tournament, which is, I think, the whole design of it is that you get me, who's the face, you know, just straight laced, like, how you doing? I'm
Even
gonna
though
play
he
some.
loves
I'm
it.
gonna play some movie trivia, and then you're doing that, and I'm sitting back going, they're all rattled, and we're fucking winning.
Right,
All right,
you're
I'll
just
take it.
chilling. You're like, I know all the
Here's the thing.
answers. Yeah.
I look. At the end of the day, this is a competition. I love winning.
You wanna
That's
win.
it.
Yeah.
That's it. Face, heel, otherwise.
This
I
is
wanna
why
win.
we wanted fucking Riley on Team Action so
You guys have
badly.
behind the
We
paywall.
want him so
I should show you
badly.
the text receipts. Andrew and I tried to recruit so hard to Christian.
I know. And I was like, I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this, but yeah, because I like
we
your
love
style,
yeah.
and I like the tournament play, and I like the trivia, right?
And
So-
honestly, one of my favorite things I've ever seen ever in the Schmoedown is Ben being a dick and you apologizing for it.
It's fun.
It is phenomenal. So we go into
I'm so sorry.
It's so good.
I'm so sorry
because
about
it's like you're not in on it, but you're also completely adding to it.
Which it's fun to play.
It's
and
like
then-
you're apologizing for your son.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like,
sorry.
I apologize for this
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
but I'm watching them play, and I'm watching them
Lose and be
react, and
affected,
lose,
yeah.
and I'm hearing the sighs
Yeah.
next to me as we're going, and I'm dead serious, man. You had to do 6 in that first round
Yeah.
because we
Really?
were 13.
Okay,
Or
so
6, 7.
So
Oh,
let's
maybe
talk.
you're right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about round 2. So
Okay.
so it sounds like you guys were at an
We were definitely up.
advantage.
So they
We
go
were up.
first and they spin fantasy sci-fi.
So did they go first because you prefer to play from behind?
Yes.
I think I told
okay, so you,
Bibbiani
so you
dance.
told okay, perfect.
Yeah, I like some of his strategy. It's
like
like I've always gone first.
Yes.
If I'm up, I've always said I'm going to roll
okay,
first.
so let's take a break here real quick to talk about this. Ben and I have talked about this extensively.
Yeah.
We prefer to go second because if you go second, you know what you have to do.
Right.
You have to do at least this much.
And I like that, but I've always played it if I'm up, if I have
You're
a
like
big,
you're like fucking heel on the throat.
yes,
right?
if I have a big second round, then that puts pressure on them.
Yeah.
I can argue both sides.
Yeah.
I really can. And when he was telling me and we were talking strategy, I'm like, yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
And like, let's do something different. I mean, that's what this anarchy thing is.
Right,
Let's do it
right,
different.
right.
Let's okay, so we let them go first.
So they get fantasy sci-fi and they have one
Was
of
it
those
fantasy sci-fi?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they have one of those rounds that's like, it's fine. They like went to multiple choice on 3 of the questions. We like
Yeah.
probably got 1 steal. They like
Did we get one steal? Yeah.
we might
So
have.
you guys were never worried?
No.
Ever.
They might-
Again, guys, I have not seen the match, so I got to confirm all
they
these
might have gotten
details.
7 or 8 points. I don't
Yeah,
remember if we
yeah.
actually got a steal or not.
7 or 8.
I don't remember if we got a steal, but
8 points is a decent round.
It's fine, but I
Yeah,
mean,
pretty good.
They're a good team, so you assume that on a category, like you figure, I don't know if we got a steal. We might have gotten 1 multiple choice steal, but we went into our round
So
feeling
yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah. So they score 7 or 8. You guys go into your round probably down like 3 or 4, whatever. Not
Something
even a
like
lot.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
something
we were
that's
like 5 or 6. I
Two
would
questions
say.
and really?
Yeah,
5 or
because
6.
maybe we were up 3. Like I want to say we were up 3 because I think we were. It was this thing with the Zipper Fouch match where we were up by 3. We did the same thing, let him go first. But then I think it was like 2 or 3.
Yeah. So it was the type of thing where you guys were like, we have to have a decent enough round 2, or else we'll be negative going into round 3,
we
despite
had
coming out on top of round 1.
Yeah, so we go for the spin, and I've had Riley spin so far. He's
So
had really
Riley
good
spins.
luck.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
what did you guys land on?
Spinner's Choice.
Spinner's Choice.
And we looked at each other, and it was like, do we do movie release dates or not? Because it's on there for a reason.
And we had this conversation.
Right.
Strategy.
So what's the other strength?
I think we put Pixar. I want to say.
Yeah, I think we put Pixar.
So Ben is kind of a home run hitter in movie release dates.
Yes.
And you are a very strong
In Pixar.
animated player in
Yeah.
Pixar.
But with this one, when you think about strategy and you think about Nost, probably not.
Right.
With movie release dates and Bibbs, we're like,
Right, they can't steal those points
we knew
from
Yeah.
Bibbs. We knew
Yeah.
Bibbs was a bad
Yeah.
MRD player. He'd admitted it to me
He's
before.
not.
Yeah.
He's not.
So we had to go
know
with it.
that, yeah.
We had to go with that.
And this was a
point.
big,
That's
and this
a
was a
strategy,
big moment
guys.
because
Yeah.
it's a big moment because the only time I've ever played movie release dates as my own category, actually having to answer questions, is in our live match when we got it against the Shire Wolves.
Right.
right.
And
you went to town.
5 of 6.
You went really
and I had a good round. But like,
and honestly, guys, hey, I knew I had the answer right that we had wrong. I remember I said it. I said the right
Yeah.
but I would never ever challenge him because he's so good at it. You
Yeah,
know
I
what
know.
mean?
No,
so anyway,
I defer to
you,
him with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So 5 of 6 in our round. You guys, how do you guys do?
same thing.
5 of 6 again. So
We're
you
good on
guys,
this, right? Yeah. So
no, we're good. We're good.
We get the category, and this was because here's the thing about movie release dates is that it's the antithesis of what I argue in Schmoedown, which is that you shouldn't take broad categories because if every movie ever is in
Right,
play,
right.
it's a bad decision.
Yeah.
But whereas this is a very
Specific.
It's very
It's
specific.
a very
thing.
narrow
Yeah.
knowledge you have to have of the movie.
Yep.
So, but I mean, I have to tell you, like a lot of the movies we got in this,
You don't have
match,
to know anyone that's in the movie. You need to know what
No,
year
just
that
know-
movie
just-
came
just the
out.
year.
Yes,
These are some
exactly.
hard ones. Like there were some obvious ones in there, like Annie Hall is obviously
Annie Hall,
one,
I knew right away.
one Best Picture, right?
Yeah.
And like there was a few,
76.
77.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God, I was
and
so
that was
close.
one where I was
That
like,
a
I finally
total
knew
jump.
it, and I'm like, 77.
Yeah.
I was like, I got one.
You're like, I got this there. I got this there.
But like,
right.
like Sleepy Hollow, I
Yeah,
remember
that
I
was-
had to like place. I was like, okay, and I got it for
Van
99.
Van Dien's in that.
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, sweet.
And then same with Hancock. I had to like really
geez.
count it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like 2007?
8. Yeah, you're
8.
close.
See,
Jesus.
again, see,
Yeah.
this is our thing. This is why we work
And,
so well together.
I'm up there talking
Yeah.
to him, and he's like, all right, and he's going through it, and I'm like, I'm like in the vicinity.
He
but
has
he's like,
an
I'm pretty sure it's
exactly.
this.
I always say I'm
I'm
a year
all right.
off. I'm
All right.
always a year off. That's why I never say my answer.
I am too.
And so we're going through these, and it was one of those moments where like a lot of the ones we got were like it was that deductive reasoning in my head where I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
Always.
I'm
I was in
pretty
college, I was
certain-
doing this, I was-
pretty certain
Yeah.
I'm right, and I was, and so we come out of that round, and like the audience was definitely we had deflated them there because I went down to 0 on every answer.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
On every answer.
Which again, that is such a great strategy,
Great strategy.
to drain your opponents.
Yeah.
Like, and they're looking at me thinking like, we know he's good at this, but he's gonna miss one. He's gonna
Right.
miss one, and then they didn't get their steal when I missed Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, we missed Dazed and Confused.
So what did you say?
I said 94. It's
And they said
93,
95?
and they said 91.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, Samsonite. That was way off.
I was way off. All right, so you leave round 3, and you guys are feeling pretty good. Like it sounds
Yeah,
like you
we're
guys
going
are probably
into
at like
We-
a
we
bit
were
of an
up.
advantage.
Yeah, we were up.
Like 2 points, 3
no, we
points,
were up.
6
They
points.
they had to answer. I think they had to answer all of them.
In this match, we only had to answer our 2 and 3. We
Our
didn't
2
have
and
to
3.
hit our 5.
So you guys were up by 4 minimum.
Probably, yeah, something
Or
like
no,
that.
excuse me.
No,
8
because
eight
they had to
minimum.
answer 3
8
of them.
minimum.
They
Yeah,
had to
yeah,
go
yeah.
2, 3,
Right?
5.
And I remember, okay, so Bibbs took horror,
Yeah.
2-pointer,
And
bartender's name in The Shining.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, that's a tough one. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
a 2-pointer
I love
though.
that
I
one.
know The Shining.
Yeah, you knew
Lloyd,
it. Really, yeah, exactly.
right?
Yep.
It was asked, I'm like, he's got it.
Yeah.
Then
And he
here's-
got it.
here's-
And he
yes,
got it.
He got it.
Okay,
Here's
okay.
what they had to do though, because they had to catch up to us. So they had to answer the 2 and the 3,
Yes.
and then they would caught us, right?
Right.
It goes to Nost. Give me the full name of Alicia Silverstone's name.
You are so
in-
much better at remembering shit. In Clueless.
Believe me, in Clueless.
Yeah, so
this is
share
a great
whatever.
moment.
This was what
Yeah,
got
yeah.
us.
So they asked the question, and there's a moment, and rather than I lean over.
Horowitz. Yeah.
And
Wait,
I-
you knew it?
Yeah.
He knew it. We knew it.
100%.
We knew it. We were like,
I
we
know
both,
that you would know it.
we both
I'm
knew it.
shocked you
yeah,
knew
he
it.
knew it. And we're looking, and Nost leans back and goes, I don't know this.
No, before he said that, I remember looking at him and starting laughing, and I did like the cackle.
Oh,
And
that
I-
you
yeah.
did the
So, like-
shithead cat.
And Bibbs right now, his palms are
Oh,
sweating.
he's
They're
been
like,
palms are sweating.
Yeah.
Mom's spaghetti.
I
Yeah.
remember looking at Nose, be like, he doesn't know it. He doesn't fucking fucking know. Look at his
you
eyes.
said that out loud.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit,
Good.
here we go.
Which is great. So how do you feel when he does that shit in that moment? You know it helps your case.
It does help my case.
But,
I gotta say
it is a complete pissing on the game you used to play.
Right.
Do you love it or do you hate it? I just want to know real quick.
He loves it when he wins.
Well, of
I
course
love
you
winning.
do.
I love winning. If it's helping me win, I'm gonna have fun with it.
If you're on the other side of that, you want to
And
murder
then, but
me. Murder me.
Yes, and believe me, I played
Because
the
Roka's
heel.
one of those guys that's
I played
like,
Roka.
you should never talk when someone else is answering a question.
Dude, I beat Roka at peak heel
Right.
for the belt. This guy was throwing everything at me. I got opponent's choice. I answered the Sandlot for a screen question. I did all this stuff, so I've been on the other end of that.
Right.
I've been on the other side of a heel.
Right.
And I know it's all in good fun. I know it's in good fun. I know that this is part of the show. We have heels, we have face. We have fun, we do this. It's about trivia. That's part of why I like the game.
Right.
Is that when you go up against a heel, they're going to try to F you up. So
And
you're
then
gonna,
if
you're gonna
you
be
beat them,
and you
it's
beat
like-
them, then you're like, there it is.
Persevere. It's the ultimate.
So
yeah.
in that moment, I'm watching it happen and unfold where you're healing it up, and I'm like, yeah, man, if he's gonna get tripped up, then we get a W.
Well, so
Well, that's why you guys are the ultimate weapon. It's
Yeah.
because you got the ultimate heel and the ultimate face. So sorry.
So we get this. They miss that, and they get their 5, and then we win on our.
What was their 5?
I
guys
don't
remember?
remember.
Yeah. They.
So whatever. You guys both don't remember.
But
They
it goes
get their
back.
5.
It goes back to us.
and you guys have to do a 2 and a 3, or just the 1?
Riley gets his 2.
What was
Get
the
my
2?
2. Who?
Tom Hanks, I think.
Tom.
Big.
What was Tom Hanks's first Academy Award?
Big.
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. It was.
Yeah, it was his first win.
Fuck!
Yeah. His first.
Hold on. We gotta go. Hold on.
His first win. And I was like, wait, that's a really, for me at least, that's
It's a
really
very easy question.
Okay,
Yeah.
Philadelphia, and then it was
Well, because that's the beginning of his back-to-back.
right,
Yeah.
back to back,
the guys-
93, 94.
Jumps over to me. It's categories for Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
And it's the original name of the dual movie that he released. That Planet Terror and.
Oh,
and
right.
Death
Which
Proof.
I knew that one.
And Bibbiani
yeah.
was like, that was too easy. And I'm like, so first I was like,
Yeah, so
do I want
Grindhouse.
to go down to 0 on this? I was like, do I want to repeat? Because we have 2 repeats left.
As soon as you want to just put your heel on the
And I was
throat.
like,
I
1,
love this though.
2, and I just looked at him and was like, sorry, but I don't have the patience. Grindhouse. And then
Yeah.
it was like, and you're a winner.
And we won, and that was like one of the best because I jumped up and down. I'm like, we just beat the current champ.
Yeah.
It's my 5 horsemen guy, and it's like this is a tough match, and I'm like, shit, the way we played that game.
It was like child's play, right?
It was, child's play. It was like we played the game.
And you're playing 2 of
really well.
You're playing 2 of the biggest vets in the game.
Yeah.
One of the champions.
Yeah.
So that
An
was funny, and
ex-champion.
that will put and we said it after. It was like everybody's been put on notice now.
Yeah.
It's like watch out because we have that thing.
So after this win, we play the winner of I think it's Founding Fathers versus the KO.
Yes, exactly.
KO, yeah.
And so I personally believe that Mike and Chance are going to beat John and Merle.
You think
because
so?
I just do. Because
Gut feeling?
Look at me and what I
Right.
did this season.
Right.
So again, I just want to talk to you guys about what does it feel like? What do you guys have to prepare against John and Dan and against Mike and Chance? So let's go John and Dan first because they're the fucking legends of the league. These are
Yeah.
guys that are ex-belt
Riley's
holders.
buddies. I mean,
exactly. These are your horseman buddies. So how do you prepare against them, bro?
Well, with Roka, you got to learn westerns.
Yeah.
You got to be ready for westerns.
Do you go against them in westerns
No,
biopic, or do
no,
you stay
no.
away from them?
I mean, I think you need to brush up on westerns. So in case they
So you can steal.
In case he gives it to you. On
steal
on
or
choice.
gives it to you, like Dan knows a lot. He
lot.
just knows
Yeah.
all over the place. But it's like you kind of gotta go back to. I mean, they're my good friends. I know them both very, very well, and they have their holes. But it like they're holes that are like just random.
Yeah.
You don't know if it's a category or if it's just. I never saw that movie.
Right.
For
So
me-
and then for you and me, you and I, we look at weaknesses and we pick at them.
Yeah, for me, like with this, I look at the 2 different matchups differently. Like Roka and Dan to me are truly like based on their age, their knowledge, like what I've seen from them, their where they've been in the league. I'm like I got to play to win here.
Don't you feel like you have to get luckier with questions with them?
Well, you just have to play to win. Like you have to. That's why. So your 2 strengths on the wheel need to be things that not are bad necessarily for them, but ones that if you get, you believe you can get 12 points.
8 of 8.
Yeah.
Because it's like
That's a good point. You want as many points as possible against those guys.
Because those guys can score as
So
many
like
points
what?
in any category.
Pixar.
Yeah, we'd go with against those guys. We'd have to go with stuff like that's where maybe movie release dates maybe is a strength because But then again, it's as
Dan
good as
crushed that shit at the live event.
Yeah, we that's where like.
See, that's the thing. He did crush it. He knows those movie release dates.
So I mean, you have to figure out like, do you learn a category?
Okay,
like, do you
all
try
right,
to game it?
whatever.
Brush up on scores and
so
soundtracks
basically
because they won't know that.
Your point basically is that so this is the one gleaming moment that you've had in this whole conversation is that like there's no way to game Dan and Roca.
No.
They've seen too many movies, they've been around for too long, they're too experienced, they're too good at the game.
Yeah.
So maybe you pick their weakness might be scores and soundtracks because you
Maybe
know that
scores
better
and-
than them.
Yeah, maybe scores and soundtracks. I've heard Roca say that he's not good at 90s.
Right.
And then he goes and gets 90s and he does pretty well.
But this is the problem is that John's been working in the industry for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
You know? So again, not a lot of weaknesses, so maybe you try to pick it in scores and soundtracks. Hopefully you just
and
hope they
soundtracks
kind of
would
have
be-
a bad day. What about
Yeah.
people like Chance and Mike who are much younger?
That's an easier matchup,
Chance
I
is
think.
new to the league. Mike has kind of shown his weaknesses.
I mean, in my opinion, with those guys, Mike has a couple categories. He's an ace. So like with James Bond, like
James
you're,
Bond,
you're
He's
well set.
horrifying.
But
Yeah.
with Chance, what I can't figure out about Chance is I watch some of his fan matches to try to understand him as he's coming
Yeah.
into the tournament, and also because everybody says he's so good, I wanted to see what the hell everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
That like I don't understand how he knows a lot of what he knows because he's 20 years old.
He's so young.
I'm like how do you know that stuff? Like you
Yeah.
have to
I think,
watch
I
those
think he has
movies.
one of those minds.
Yeah, I guess.
That he'll see a movie once and he just knows it.
Yeah.
I have
And
a-
that's the scary shit.
I think I can get to Kalinowski, so that's what I would do in that matchup. Is I would try to really get under his skin.
Yeah,
Under
I'd go-
Mike's
I-
skin.
Yeah.
Because Chance he's a little too far detached from the league, right?
I don't know him at all.
Yeah,
Like, it's-
exactly. He's just trying to make a name for himself. He doesn't have like. Whereas Mike, you could talk shit to him and it would like affect him a little bit.
Well, and let's put it this way: if Mike and Chance get past the founding fathers,
Yeah.
all right, that's huge.
Yeah.
right? That's big.
That's a big.
Then you got to think about it this way. This is where I think my age comes into it and being around this league for a while. After a big match like that, what happens when a big underdog takes out another team?
Right.
Then they have the hangover match.
The
next.
momentum, the confidence. Yeah.
That's what we would have to, I think, look at. Be like, how much
Right.
is your luck going to continue?
Like if they can win, then you got to feel like Chance would be in some ways like almost like a little rattled to have like beaten his like legends. Like,
'Cause-
But
so-
also, don't you think that after beating those guys, are like, who could stop?
yeah,
us?
right. So
Yeah.
on the other hand, of confidence. Yeah, I mean, who would you rather play? I mean, who?
But that was my question. So to wrap up this video, guys, you
Chance
guys,
and KO.
Yeah.
I'd rather play. I think we have a better chance.
Chance to KO.
But at the same point, I know Roca so well now.
I would play Roca and Dan 25 times out of 20
Why?
because I want to punch Roca in the face
There it is.
and I want to beat him. Any
But what if
chance
he
I
beats
get,
you again?
And here's the thing.
Then I'll beat him the next
and
time.
I've never played in a match and beat Merle.
Yeah.
So that would be fun. Because
So-
I think that here's the thing that I think is happening right now. You rattled Dan,
Yes.
okay? Roca is
And you bounce back quickly because you had the opportunity to the next
yes.
week.
You piss me off enough
Yeah.
where I'm just like, okay, get that fucking ring rust
Yeah,
out
and
of
then
that.
you saw him answer that Alan Silvestri question with the fucking like dick on the table
Yeah.
moment. And you were like, I'm back.
Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
I was so pissed. I'm
Yeah.
like, I fucking know
Yeah,
scores and
I'm
soundtracks,
back. Yeah, you
sons
do.
of bitches. So with Merle though and Roca, I think that either or. I think either or we have a great shot.
Yeah.
But you want the founding fathers, and you want
I fear Mike and
KO.
Chance more. Or
20 seconds.
I want-
20 seconds. Why do you fear them more?
because Chance knows shit that I don't know how he knows, and he
Yeah.
seems like he has like a gravitas from a kid that I don't really understand how. And I don't think I can get under. I think I
Four,
can. I think we
three,
can get to Roca and Dan.
2,
Oh,
1.
I think-
Why do you want them more? 20 seconds, go.
Chance and KO.
No, why do you want Roca and Merle more?
I think I want them more because I know them better.
Yeah.
I've been playing with them for so long now that I feel like I know enough about them that I could do well. Like it's no longer a thing where it's like, I'm worried about Merle. I'm worried about Roka. I
Right.
beat Roka. I haven't beaten Merle, but I've seen Merle lose.
Boom time, guys. Look at that. You got Reilley picking two ex-champions as an easier matchup. And you got Ben picking Mike and Chance as an easier matchup. So, guys, obviously,
No, I fear them more. I agree with him.
You agree? You think?
I want to play the easier matchup.
No, you're saying that Mike and Chance are an easier matchup.
I feel like it would.
Yeah.
I
Which I
feel
get
like,
because-
but I'm kind of with Ben on this. I don't know what's going on with that Chance kid. I don't know if he just has this kind of thing where he's like, yeah, I saw the trailer once at an airport and I remember the whole
in
cast.
'97, and I remember. Yeah.
Like
exactly.
he might have that thing.
He's kind of the unknown factor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's the
So-
X factor. It's hard to.
There's
figure
these
them out.
mutants in Schmoedown that just know these things. And you're like, how the f- did you know that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's other stuff that happened we don't have a lot of time for. There was some controversy after the match. I think I did get to Bibbiani a little. He was a little upset. There was
Really?
Yeah, we're not gonna expand into it, but just some shit. It was a wild day. It was just a wild day. So
Do you want to talk about it or no?
maybe at the next match.
Okay, all right, we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Riley?
Well, he was just a little upset at the weight of the questions, which is it. Look,
We've all complained about
Look.
it.
We've all had matches where that shit's happened.
hey, guess what? That's fucking Schmoedown.
Yep.
That is the Schmoedown. You're gonna get one of those poor Mike Kalinowski in the
you
in the
and dummy.
Geekdom.
The hardest question of all time.
It's the hardest
He
question of all
got the
time.
hardest question of all time, where Mara got what is that artifact that Indy found at the beginning of
Yeah.
Last Crusade, and I'm like, the Cross Coronado.
Right.
It's that kind of stuff.
Whereas
it's gonna happen.
You and dummy is
Yeah.
obscene.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
obscene. So you never know. That's the game. You're gonna lose sometimes when you're favored. You're gonna lose sometimes when you're like whatever. So
Yep. All right, so that's it. You got Mark Reilley here talking about the match, and he'll be back next week to talk about whether you fucking losers win or lose. You guys better win. You guys better win because I got nothing
Fucking
else.
losers
I
better
got
win.
Nothing else to do these days than watch you guys and root for you.
I have a guy on the side now after beating me to have me and you win. Yeah, let's.
I
do
want that belt, man.
Yeah.
I want that belt. Yeah, we got it. We got 2 more wins to win the tournament and 1 more win to win the belt. So we need 3 wins after this. And
And then you're good. If you guys won the tournament, you go against your old teammate.
yeah, a rematch.
I love it. So, all right, guys, we love you. We appreciate your support. Always patreon.com/teamaction. And as always, Riley, get that hand up there.
Oh yeah.
Salute you.
I'm behind you on that one. Sorry.
It's all right. We forgive you.